Hello everyone, welcome to Matter. This is Matthew Way. In this episode of the Matter, we'll be reviewing and analyzing the book called Paws, Magical Cat's Mystery Book by Sofie, which you can see right here. You can read this book on Amazon, listen to it on Audible, or read it and listen to it from your local library, such as the physical book, CD, or digital version of the book or audio version. My mother checked this book out from the library and let me read it, and I was glad she did. I immensely enjoyed this book. Once you start this book, you will not want to put it down. You want to get to the end of the story and find out what happens. This is skillful writing when a writer can hook the reader in this way. This book is about Kathleen's best friend Maggie, who has her store flooded, and because a flood happens, it reveals the body of a woman who has been dead for 36 years. This story will open questions about this young woman and reveal things that the killer of this victim does not want to come out. This book will cause the reader to develop theories, and there are three suspects that make the most sense. Their names are Brian James, Jake Anderson, and Ann McKinnon. I'll give you my reasons to why they are the most logical suspects, and you'll come to understand why this is the case. I'll give you the main characters to let you know who the magical cats in this story are. I'll give you my rating at the end of this review. I will not use a whole bunch of pictures in this, as being a book review, this is harder and it's easier for me not to have to do that. Thank you for understanding. I hope this episode is ready to read, watch, and learn. I want to say thank you to those who signed up for Patreon. It's important to have those who signed up for Patreon, as it is a wonderful way to support the channel. But you, as the patron, take an active role in this channel. I have a new challenge for you. If 50 or more people sign up for Patreon at $10 or higher, I'll hire a video editor to help with my videos. This will help improve the content on the channel, and this means you will help me in this endeavor. If 50 or more people sign up at $10 or higher, I'll make $500 or higher a month for this channel. This will be a great benefit, and it will help me in doing the things like hiring a video editor. Even if you're a patron, if you decide to sign up at $10 or higher, you will get the benefit of once I reach $50 or more people to sign up at $10 or higher. I'll also give you a shirt as well as hire a video editor once I reach that threshold of 50 or more people sign up for Patreon. You want to do this as this will help you get better content, and you will have a say in the content that I create. Please consider doing this as soon as possible. Thank you. Now on the review. As mentioned before in this review, the story deals with the murder of a young woman who is believed to be a runaway. The book will let her know her name is Lily Abbott. She was pregnant before the murder, and she later gave birth to her daughter, whose name is Ella King. She was adopted by a nice family after she was left that night on Christmas Eve. The pastor of the church could not refuse her, and he waited 2 days for the mother to show, and when she did not, he looked to put her up for adoption. The child, whose name is Ella King, ended up with a great family who loved her. This story takes place in Mayville Heights, Minnesota. They say there are several factors of cold. Cold is cold, but there can be degrees of worse cold. Kathleen has two cats whose names, you can see them right here, whose names are Hercules and Owen. Yes, they are magical cats. They can teleport and do things that normal beings can not do. They have a knack for pointing Kathleen in the right directions. Kathleen cats are special, and she has a knack for getting people to trust her. Kathleen's engaged to Marcus Gordon, who is a detective for the Mayville Heights Police Department. Marcus Gordon, like Kathleen, has his own special cat. His name is Micah, and yes, it would be easy to assume this cat is male and not female in this case, but it is female. Micah, like Hercules and Owen, has special powers and can do things a normal being cannot. This makes this fascinating and fun, to say the least, when you have beings that can do special things like this, like these two cats on the cover of this book. Ella King asks Kathleen to help her find out answers to her birth mother, Lily Abbott, and how she died. She wants to know what happened and to have the DNA test to find out if Lily Abbott is her biological mother. She wants to know what happened and this came to be. Tell her who's Ella King's daughter asks Kathleen to help her mother, Ella, to find out if Lily Abbott is her biological mother. Kathleen agrees to help, and she knows that she will have the help of her special cats, Owen and Hercules, which are on the cover right here again. She let Marcus Gordon, her fiancé, know that she will be looking into this, and she will give him information that will help him solve the case. The information that Kathleen will need is from Emily Abbott, who married Lily Abbott's brother, Tim, who worked for a newspaper. He never believed that his sister never ran away, and once Kathleen meets with Emily Abbott, she agrees to help her so Kathleen can find the answers to what happened to Lily Abbott at the time of her death. Tim Abbott is dead, and Ella King will never get to know her uncle either. In this story, it seems to Ella the only one alive that had any relations to her mother is Emily and Mila. Mila will be an immense help to Kathleen. Mila was holding out at first, but later was ready to talk to Kathleen just as when Mila is ready to talk. She is later attacked and in critical condition at the hospital. It is an attempted murder, but as Maggie says, there's no way Mila would kill herself. Once Margaret escorting Kathleen financially looks at the crime scene, he agrees there is no way that is possible. It was staged to be an attempted suicide. The first person of interest is Brian James, who dated Lily Abbott back in high school 36 years ago, when this story takes place. It is believed that he is a good person to start with, since they broke up and got back together and broke up again. It was a high school romance, and most of them end up like this. Brian James is a middle school teacher who now teaches chemistry. He is contributing back to society. During that night, he said to be not involved in the murder because he and his best friend Jake Anderson were drinking that night and off partying. There's a videotape that helps prove this, but is missing and needs to be turned up to prove this story. The second person of interest is Jake Anderson, who ends up becoming a structural engineer, who Lily Abbott had an argument about boys and girls sport. Lily Abbott was telling Jake Anderson it is not fair that boys' sports get more attention and better training facilities than girls' sports. Unfortunately, that is true today. Female sports have more recognition, but it is still the case that male sports are more front and center. As Jake Anderson said to Lily Abbott in the book, this book right here, this is how it is. Male sports draw more crowds than female sports. And it is unfortunately how it is. Lily Abbott is aware of this, but does not make it right. It is unfortunate, but this is how the world works. There's work to be done to make the world a better and fairer place. Life will never be completely fair, but if there are those who are willing to fight for what is right, then it will be. It will never be perfect, but it can be better than it is. Jake Anderson had a crush on Lily Abbott, and this is why he's a person of interest in this story. He has motive and makes him a credible suspect. Jake Anderson's alibi is Brian James, but they need the videotape showing they were drinking at the time of the murder of Lily Abbott. The videotape must appear for both Brian James and Jake Anderson to prove that they are innocent. The third person of interest in this story is Ann McKinnon. She was on the volleyball coaching staff at the time. She was young at the time that she graduated high school when she was 17 years old. She was 24 at the time the murder took place 36 years ago. She is 60 years old now. She's being difficult with Kathleen and dodging questions. She says she did not make a promise to help Ella King to figure out the answers to what happened to her birth mother. Kathleen must challenge Ann McKinnon to a hockey match to get her to talk. It works. Ann McKinnon tells Kathleen what she knows, but not all of it. Ann claims that she would have known if Lily Abbott was pregnant at the time. There's no way that she could have hooked up with a boy and had sex with that, quote, boy. Anything can happen, and if a teenager wants to, they can figure out how to do something they are not supposed to do. Ann McKinnon left out details to Kathleen about skills she had and claimed she has no idea about how to do something medical. The story does well with twists and turns. The book will have funny statements. Pizza is not cat food. That is true. There are certain things that cats cannot eat. Cats are not supposed to eat onions as it can be poisonous. They are not supposed to drink the milk that one sees in cartoons as it can give them the runs. This story can be made into a fun movie or TV series. You just need to have the right special effects, and with CGI it can be done. I watched a movie called Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever, and it had the cat talking through her mind. This means Grumpy was telepathic. Another good example is Spring the Teenage Witch, is where Salem used to be a man, but was punished to be a cat because he wanted to take over the world. The proof it can be done is in the first X-Men film, where a kid teleports in that story. It can be done. It does not have to be a cartoon. Not that a cartoon would be bad, but there are ways to do it as live action with CGI. I'll give him a rating. I give Paws, to remember, a Magical Cats mystery book, a 10 out of 10. It was fun, and like I said earlier in this review, you do not want to put this book down. How it ends is unexpected. It will have Kathleen needing help in the end, but it will come in a way that the reader does not expect. It is a good story. It is good that the story does come with an audio version for a person who travels or likes listening to stories. The killer will be one of the three people that are the top suspects. Who kills Lily Abbott and tries to kill Mila in this story? Please leave your answer in the comment section below. The killer will not be who the reader thinks. That is all that will be said here. Please go to www.america.com and check out my blog. There will be a bunch of blog posts that you can check out on my website. My website has links to other websites, such as Patreon. As mentioned before, you become a patron. Thank you. It was a good break, and it is good to be back. I needed the time, and I hope my blog and my channel will help you to read, watch, and learn. That has always been the goal since I started this thing. Please check out my last video and blog posts of Christmas movies, books, and TV shows I like or do not like, coming up right now. Please check out my playlist of books coming up right now. Thank you. Please like this video if you found it helpful. Please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the notification bell to be notified of any videos that bottom this video. Please remember to cover down the road in the comment section below. Please share this video and email us my time to grow. Remember, do not forget to read, watch, and learn. Thank you.